Canelo, you gonna get it, my friend. Canelo, you're with me to the end. It's over. We gonna talk about it. Canelo. Hey, Canelo. I'm coming. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. I need y'all to type Canelo. It's not looking so good. Warriors. Oh, yeah, I need the 2 bottles. Canelo, come out and play. Benavidez is the sweet science killer. I mean, that was corny, but Benavidez is a beast. Edgar, I know you got an Edgar haircut too. That was corny. Listen, if y'all gonna come with the jokes, come with some fire. That was wild corny. Give it up for corny Edgar. He tried. Bro, that was horrible. Benavidez is a sweet science killer. Am I right? Bro, Benavidez is a monster, though. Hey, but you know what the funny thing is? Your man Ego been... yeah, shout out to Gnarly Ray. That, y'all know that was corny, bro. He's the sweet science killer. Do I have to deal with you corn dogs already? Come on, bro. Listen, the funny thing is this. See, this is what I don't like about boxing. I think Canelo wins. I don't care what y'all think. It don't matter what you think. A lot of y'all thought Pacquiao was finna beat Mayweather and it didn't happen. Listen, don't tell it unless you boxing Ego and you got a track record for getting some right. I don't care what you think. Put it that way. Listen, I'm gonna say it again. Unless you Ego, aka boxing Ego, and you have a known public track record for being right with your predictions and your statements, I don't care what you think. See, everybody talk about what I do, but they could never do what I can do. I'm the best in the business. So I risk it each and every time. When I put my thoughts out, every video I make, there's an inherent risk because sometimes and oftentimes it has my opinion in it. So I give you my predictions and forecasts and everything, right? So I'm either going to be proven right or I'm going to be proven wrong. And it's not often that I get proven wrong. It happens, but my track record speaks for itself. So I don't care what y'all, because the Canelo fans, this is what they are famous for doing. Other than saying, pay they, other than that, this is what y'all are known for. Capping. The Canelo Alvarez fans, that's all they do is cap for the boy. Canelo Alvarez. They stay cap. They and here's the thing. They put out these erroneous statements, but then they don't push in that direction to prove if they would be proven right or proven wrong. What do I mean? The type of person I am, which is a real man. I'm a man's man, the perfect specimen of a man. I stand 10 toes down. I stand on business each and every time. And it's been that way, baby. I don't bend or fold. I ain't a wallet. I don't bend or fold. I stand on business. That being said, if I said it, I meant it. I don't say stuff I don't mean. But y'all do, a lot of y'all, in boxing. If you really, truly believe Canelo easily whoops Benavidez, in my opinion, it's the biggest fight in boxing. You should be, if you felt that way, for real, you should be pushing for the fight more than me. But what happens is you get a guy like me who, I don't have a problem with Canelo. Don't have a problem with Benavidez. Covered both of their fights before. I just want to see a great fight. And I'm pushing for the fight. Why am I pushing harder than them? And they said it's easy work. Imagine me, like, people know I've been a fan of Floyd Mayweather, right? You ain't never heard me tell you that Floyd should not fight X, Y, and Z, like relative to his division, and instead should fight someone weaker than the person in question. Can I get an amen? They say I talk a little fast. You listen real fast. I ain't got to slow down if you catch up. Listen, can I get an amen? If that is actual gospel, can I get an amen in the chat? I'm using a fighter I like, Floyd Mayweather, for what he brought to boxing. Shout out to Hen Dog. I'm using a fighter that I'm telling you that I like. But I was so confident in Floyd's ability, his mindset, his skill set, his ring IQ, his uncle, rest in peace to the Black Mamba, his father, his trainer, his training. I was so confident in these things that anybody at welterweight, I didn't care who he fought. Maidana, bring it on. Pacquiao, okay. De La Hoya, Canelo, I was with all those fights. But y'all so corny and soft, mashed potatoes, baby food, that y'all don't carry that same energy. You tell me, you say, oh, ego, you tripping. Canelo will destroy Benavidez. But then you don't want to see it. I got to be the realest in the game. A block Tam BVG. Kamal, just block him. I ain't with that. So if you really felt what you say, shout out to Kamal. He had to go. You heard that? That mean run. He had to go. We had to hit him, the king of pop. You see that? I'm the king of pop. All I got to do is point. My shooters got it. It's over for y'all. I control all of boxing. Block Edgar. You was the cornball from the beginning. I told you was corny. Block Edgar. Gotta go, gotta go. All I gotta do is point. Got him. I love it. Shout to Edward Valencia, Bay Area. He says, amen. From Fremont, California. Salute to you, ego. It's been a minute. Your commentary for upcoming fights is what I'm listening to. Bump the network's commentary. I told you, I am the new network. They say your net worth is your network. I'm the network. Yeah, we the new American snipers. I just watched Lone Survivor with Mark Wahlberg last night. It's over for y'all. So anyway, back to the Nello fans, the Yellow Nellos. See, I'm gonna come up with some new names. It's about to be 2024. I gotta come up with some new names. Listen, I'm gonna start calling. If you ain't pushing for the David Benavidez versus Canelo versus Benavidez, you a yellow Canelo. That's what I'm gonna call you. You a yellow belly. You yellow Canelo. I don't care who you beat. I don't care who you lost to. Kamal, great minds think alike. Let's get it. Bro, if you are making excuses and not pushing for this fight, you are yellow Canelo. That's your fandom name. Yeah, everybody type yellow Canelo. Shout out to San Bernardino. Yeah, it's still Cali in this. You see what I'm saying? California, we active. I don't want to hear any Yellow Canelo fan who gives me a fight prediction, but then accepts Canelo fighting anyone other than David Benavidez. See, I told you, it's a bit of skullduggery and Jedi mind tricks with the Yellow Canelo man fans. They tell you, shout to Hayward, I told you Cali is up in here. You dig? They tell you that Canelo will beat Bivol in the rematch, destroy Better Biev, and they sent Better Biev a contract allegedly. He'll whoop Jamal Charlo when they was at 160. He'll beat Andrade at 54 and 60. But now he'll whoop Benavidez. He'll whoop Morrell. He'll beat Makbuk Air. I mean, he might beat him. He might beat Makbuk Air or whatever, the African dude at cruiserweight. He might beat him. I don't know. He might beat Makbuk Air because ain't nobody heard of him. So Canelo might download the data and beat him some Makbuk Air from the Gods Must Be Crazy. But them other dudes, the jury's out because he ain't fought him. Except for Bivol, and he got washed. Hey, he fought Bivol, he got washed. He fought Bivol and got washed. David Benavidez out here sparring with Bivol like every day, though. And Bivol giving him props. And listen, y'all lucky I ain't no motor mouth because I done heard and I know people. I trust me, I am boxing. I'm connected to this boxing game. It's been that way. I know people, they've sparred multiple times, and I know people who have been at some of the various Benavidez and Bivol sparrings, and they let me know. I'm not going to, just because boxing is a brotherhood, and I don't like I talk about sparring when the fighters leak it. So if the fighters ever leak it, then I'll talk about it because I didn't leak it. But I don't snitch what I see and what I know in boxing unless it becomes a public issue. Like Rolly getting dropped by Johan, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. Or Paulie Malignaggi and Conor McGregor. But I'm telling you, I know several people that live was in the gym in SoCal witnessing Benavidez versus Bivol, and they told me what the work was and specific things that happened. And you lucky I ain't no motor mouth. But I know what happened in them sparrings. I know. So Canelo got whooped by Bivol. And that ain't speculation. That ain't no hearsay or secondary information. We watched him get whooped by Bivol. Bivol was jumping in. Bro, Bivol was jumping in with that Russian footwork like, he was like, get off of me. Oh my God, shout out to my boy Bivol. Bro, Bivol was jumping in with the 1-2, punching Canelo up. Bro, his 1-2 was looking like Ivan Drago in Rocky. Bro, he was 1-2 in the boy. Bro, that fight right there is Canelo Yellow man fans' worst nightmare. That's one of them fights they don't revisit. Canelo lied to you. He lied to you. And I'm going to explain how the man lied to you. Kamal Oz, $2. Appreciate my brother. He said boxers are saying Canelo must fight David next. We're going to get to that. Listen, this is how Canelo lied to all of y'all. He lied. You lied to us. Canelo, you lied. He, after the Bivol fight, he lied and said he beat Bivol. And Bivol won like 4 or 5 rounds in a 12-rounder. This is how I know he lying and don't really believe that. After the Bivol fight, he was in Vegas drinking alcohol, gambling. Bro, he was with the booze, gambling away the problems, wallowing in his sorrows. That's circumstantial. But the real reason I know that he knows he ain't beat Bivol is, when they have the introduction and they do like these little montages and they show Amir Khan being knocked out. Amir Khan getting knocked out by Canelo and Canelo walking out and all the cool you know how they do that with the little Jumbotron. They got the Jumbotron. Once again, it's on. They got the Jumbotron. They got the Jumbotron Rocky IV montage and training. Canelo, doing all that. They never put no snippets of that Bivol fight. I'm going to say it again, Joe to see. When they do the montages, they'll show the head movement maybe from the Jacobs fight. Canelo, they might show some clips now from Jermell Charlo fight because he got a knockdown. They'll show Amir Khan getting splattered. They never show no clips. They never show no clips of that Bivol fight that Canelo claimed he won. My man Spo says Canelo was listening to Drake after the Bivol fight. See? Canelo was in his room like, fuck that nigga that you love so bad. I lost to that Bivol and I feel so sad. Bro, he was in Marvin's room after the Bivol fight. I said, fuck that ninja that he loves so. Shots of the rose, yeah. Bivol in my old phone, yeah. Bro, he was listening to Drizzy Drake. Shout to Spo for that one. He was listening to Drake slime you out. My boy Bivol slimed you out. Where's SZA at? You was getting slimed out by the Russian during the Russian-Ukrainian war. Like, bro, you supposed to do it, bro. You been in America too long. You supposed to win that one. They banned the Russian fighters from being recognized because of what the tension in the war between Russia and Ukraine. Canelo gonna lose in the height of that. Man, get him out of here. Get him out of here. He listening to Drizzy. Lemon pepper wings. Canelo, you got to do something, baby. That boy Benavidez is a bad motherfucker. I say he a bad motherfucker. Listen, YouTube, they don't want me to cuss too much, so I'm going to say it like that, where I don't get demonetized. That boy, he a bad motherfucker. See, they can't get me for cussing if I'm not cussing. I done figured this whole YouTube game out. I didn't cuss. I said, they been beat it. Y'all, and the funny thing is, y'all really know what I'm saying. I just watched the fight with Kenichi and Andrade. They been beat it, but he a motherfucker. You see what I'm saying? He a motherfucker. I don't know. That boy crazy. That boy crazy. And the pressure grows for Canelo. Like I've been telling you. See, the reason I'm so happy, the reason I'm so jovial, the reason it's a momentous occasion and I feel so joyous. Hey, y'all got to get my likes up. Y'all got to get the likes up. Let's go. Who the hell is Jonathan Gomez? If someone with power landed that many punches on any fighter, he'd be out. If Tank or Better Biev lands that many punches, they out of there on the stretch. What are you talking about? Who is he? Who landed the punches? Bro, what are you even talking about? Oh, who are you, Jonathan Gomez? Who are you even talking about? Like, you trying to say Benavidez ain't got no power? See, this is why I can't even do the hot seats that much anymore. Because you got maniacs like Jonathan Gomez, right? And they go to the most, I hate trying to argue and debate people like this, right? Bro, Jonathan Gomez, it is official. You don't know about boxing. He just said Benavidez doesn't have power, only volume. Okay, if that was truly the case, then why did Andrade quit in the corner and basically couldn't come out and had to retire on the stool? If you're not worried about, okay, if a person's hitting, like, let's say I'm the boxer and a person's hitting me, but it doesn't hurt, it's just a lot of punches, and I'm not hurt, then why would I just retire on the stool? I heard what you said the first time. He just keeps saying this, oh, that's volume. I heard that. But okay, I'm asking you a question now. You in the hot seat, by the way. Okay, you in the hot seat. If the punches do not hurt you, they're just throwing a lot of them, then why do you retire on your stool and your corner agrees or whatever, and the fight is stopped in round 6? My man said, get the timer out. Got him. Say less. All right. Say less. You get hit with medium power, it's going to hurt. Man, get him out of here. That was easy. Block him. Now he's saying it's going to hurt. That's not what you were saying. You said Benavidez ain't got no power. There's different severities of power. Some people will hit you with one shot, Julian Jackson, you die. But that doesn't mean someone else don't have power. Man, get him out of here. That was one of my easiest. I took your lunch money too easy. I'm taking lunch money all 2023, 2024. I'm taking y'all lunch money. He doesn't have knockout, lights out power. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. Now, he's obviously a yellow Canelo man fan. The dumbest thing about his standpoint is he's inferring that David Benavidez doesn't have no to praise Canelo, but Canelo, John Ryder has been stopped before. That's a fact. He's been stopped. Canelo in Mexico couldn't stop John Ryder, and he little. And he not that good for real. And the Canelo yellow man fan said, oh, he's tough. Hardcore rapper, but he's glossy. They said he's so tough. So the European guy, he could just be so tough. So that's why Canelo couldn't get him out of there. But I promise you, if you put that same John Ryder in a fight in Arizona with David Benavidez, so give David Benavidez home crowd advantage and put him in there with David Benavidez and give him the home court advantage, John Ryder getting stopped again. If you put him in the Armory, the second home of David Morrell Jr., John Ryder getting stopped again. Cut it out, bro. Both of those two really top super middleweights would actually stop John Ryder. For sure. Like, I would bet large sums of money. Especially, imagine if David Benavidez broke your nose in the early rounds, like round 4. Like, it was like round 4 and John Ryder had a broken nose and Canelo was getting touched up after that. How do you break someone's nose early in the fight? Early, like they used to say in Philly, early. How do you break someone's nose early and they somehow hold on? Do you understand what the Benavidez would do to you if your nose is broke that early in the fight? Bro, it's going to be more than your nose. It's going to be your nose, your arteries, your liver, your chest, your head, your jaw, your neck, your back, my neck, my back, my bro, it's going to be my neck and my back. You're going to be hurting. First of all, if you know anything about a broken nose, it's insanely hard to breathe. Your nose starts to swell. Your nasal cavity becomes like swollen. And it's really hard to breathe. You're not gonna go if your nose is broken by round 5, you're not going 7 rounds with Benavidez broken. And the problem about a Benavidez is this. is John Ryder, in my honest, humble opinion, he don't got the power to one punch change nothing. So you can't keep Benavidez off of you. So you're going to be in a world full of hurt. And Benavidez is going to be walking you down. And you're just going to be looking like Porky Medina. And David Benavidez is going to catch a misdemeanor for manslaughter. Listen, I said John Ryder with a broken nose, he would be the next Porky Medina. Combos from Benavidez. Manslaughter, he'd catch him a misdemeanor. Like, bro, it would be so ugly. Canelo, he literally went 12 rounds with a broke nose John Ryder, who's actually been stopped before. At the domestic level. Meaning like UK fight, like that's all he was fighting. UK, German, you know what I'm saying, type fighters. Bro, the thing that's so crazy about boxing, I love it. I love my sport. I am boxing. The passion that some of you guys have, it just blinds you to the point where you just say anything. Now the Canelo man fans are trying to say that Benavidez has no power. He only has volume. And here's the thing. Outside of a hand, literally, I can probably count on one hand the amount of active current boxers that have one punch knockout power. And the list is tiny. There's a lot of power punchers. Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence. They're not one punch guys either. They'll hurt you and beat the out of you, no doubt. But they're not one punch. Like Errol Spence didn't, like, there's literally, I can count on one hand the amount of consistent one punch punchers where they can literally hit you with one shot, even if they're losing a fight, if they're winning a fight, and really like scramble you. That list is very small. I would say Wilder. I would say Gervonta has that type of power. So Wilder, Gervonta Davis, Artur Beterbiev, those would be the three that really come to mind. I would say even Inouye. I would even say Inouye. Like Inouye, he could be like in a tough fight and then just clip you out of nowhere. So in a way, got a lot of power in the division. But that's probably the list. Terrence Crawford, amazing fighter, brilliant. He has power, but he don't have one punch. Because Errol, the way Errol looked, he wouldn't have went 9 rounds or whatever with Crawford in that status if Crawford had Wilder power. Morrell, I got to see a little bit more because he don't have 10 fights yet. But yeah, he might be on the list. Because that Mexican dude, Caceres or whatever dude's name is, Chavez Jr., big ass, fought him, and he didn't do what Morrell did in 1 round. And Morrell put somebody in a coma. Oh, Matias, thank you. Yeah, that man will crack your brains out. Shout out to Subriel. Yeah, I'm going to put Matias on there. I like him. Yeah, Subriel. Man, Subriel turn your brains into soup. Bro, you gonna have some Campbell's good squishy brains. That man hitting. Ergashev, he didn't quit. That man gonna turn your brain into New England clam chowder. You feel me? You gonna have split pea soup. We gonna split your pea. You gonna have Italian wedding soup for brains. You hear me? You gonna have lobster bisque. Bro, your brain at the doctor gonna be with the flashlight, brain straight lobster bisque. Broccoli cheddar. You gonna have broccoli and cheddar, lobster bisque, one of the two. Your brain gonna be on straight Texas chili cook-off. Your brain gonna be, bro, brains is straight stew meat and some sauce with the mac sauce. Your brains is toast messing with that boy. Yeah, I never really had Italian wedding soup. So I don't know if it's good or bad. Yeah, I don't know, but I know. Listen, it don't matter if it's good, Brad. You gonna have the Italian wedding soup if you mess with Subriel and he punch your cranium out. Nah, it's a wrap, bro. Subriel hitting too hard. Bro, this is how you know Subriel got cracks. I love your content. It's nice with it. Appreciate you. Hey, get my likes up. They say I'm nice with it. Y'all got to get my likes up. This is how I know Subriel got cracks. I'm going to tell y'all right here. This is how I know he got cracks. When you quit the fight with injuries you don't even have, oh yeah, you just want out of there. Bro, Ergashev, when Subriel start and getting to him with the thudding punches, he quit and they was like, what's wrong with you? He's like, my foot. I got tennis elbow. Like, what? Well, I ain't see one moment where nothing happened to your foot. What happened to his foot? And then post-fight, Ergashev, he was with Sugar Hill and he taking pictures in chancletas with, he got some slides on Gucci slides. I thought your foot was bad, bro. Bro, don't make me pull up the picture. Bro, right after the fight, he was in some Gucci slides or something with shorts on. I thought your leg or whatever was messed up. How you out, bro, how you don't have no crutches, no wheelchair. You in there with the Gucci slides with no socks. How the King of New York got open toes with jeans? Chancletas with jeans. How the King of New York rocket that? No, bro. You want it out of there. That man Subriel straight killer. You talking, oh, my foot. Man, some of these boxers, they don't even know. They just trying to get out of there. They use anything as an excuse. They stopped the fight. I went through puberty. Like, puberty? Puberty? Bro, you looking for anything. If you stop the fight because you say you went through puberty, like, bro, you about 30. How you went through puberty right now? You don't want that Matias. You need to talk about some puberty. My voice got deeper. Like, what? Your voice got deeper. Bro, they be menopause. Nah, you don't want that Matias pause. Matias putting them paws to you. Bro, these boxers be lying to get out the fight. My dog ate my homework. Like, what? Do you know what round it is? Because that don't even make sense right now. My dog ate my homework. This is why you got, look. Bro, look at his eye. It looked like a fortune cookie. This him. I see why you quit, bro. Look at that eye. I see you. I spy looking at. Bro, that's why you quit. That's the reason. Don't talk. Oh, my. Bro, he talking about my foot. Bro, this ain't got nothing to do with athlete's feet or whatever you talking. Look at the man eye, bro. That's the real reason you quit. You was seeing 3 of Matias. You was seeing Matias Sr. and Jr. You was seeing doubles. That's what it was. Bro, your eyes, you look like red. Man, my grandma, man, my grandmama gave me that chain. Man, fuck y'all. Bro, he gonna run to the car like that. Oh, he gonna cry in the car. That's, yeah, he got the, oh my God. Shout out to my boy Nando. He got the Mitch Green meets Mike Tyson in street brawl eye. Hey, Mitch Green lied. He was like, man, I got the best of Mike Tyson. And took his glasses off. Like, bruh, no way. Mike Tyson must have hit you with that cat skill. Your eye was toast. Hey, Kamal disrespectful. Kamal said he gave him a Forrest Whitaker eye. Mad dog. Oh. Bro, remember Forrest Whitaker and Jason's lyric when he was the abusive pops? And that guy tried to steal from him and he tripped him and he's like, don't you ever. He started hitting it with the cane. Bro, he gave Mad dog. Oh, he hit the mama. Bro, y'all remember Jason lyric when he slapped the mama? He backhanded her. And she was like, and he was like, mad dog, oh. Bro, why did Forrest Whitaker, listen, I do not condone any kind of domestic issues. Listen, I don't condone abuse. But I never understood that scene in Jason's lyric when Forrest Whitaker, he like slapped her and she like fell in the kitchen. And Jason, he's seen it and his brother seen it. And he was like, bah! And then he's like, oh, like he hit a grand slam. Like, I didn't understand the celebration part. My memory's too crazy. Go watch Jason's lyric. After he slapped her in the kitchen, he celebrates like he hit the game-winning field goal or so. He said, oh. That part was crazy. They didn't need to do that. That part was too crazy. He really slapped her and then celebrated. Because he was drunk, cuz? I know, but why would you celebrate that you beat your chick up? Like, come on, bro. Like you got a grand slam in the 6th inning. Oh, like we supposed to give you credit for that. Like, hell no. Nah, the entertainment was wild back then. Yeah. All right, let me get back on Canelo. Shout out to the boy Omar sent $5. Hold on. Hey, y'all wildin'. It's a Monday. Why y'all wildin' like this? We got a $5. We got a $5 Cash App, and he says, "What if Manny Pacquiao was hitting that Tupac hit him up?" Y'all gotta chill, bro. This is making me laugh. Y'all gotta chill with this. Y'all keep telling me about all these Manny Pacquiao songs because y'all want me to sing them. Oh my gosh, y'all crazy. Shout out to Omar. The walls are closing in on Canelo Alvarez. Payday. You want payday? I know that. Payday. The walls are closing in on Canelo Alvarez. They really is like that. Canelo, he's so out of options because if he picks anyone other than Benavidez, we'll know for a fact what I've been saying for years is true. I repeat, if Canelo Alvarez fights in May or whenever his next fight is in 2024, and if he picks anyone other than Benavidez, he's avoiding Benavidez because there's no one more deserving with the type of profile that Benavidez has amassed in 2023 that would really certify them to the point where making the mega fights. So that's the disrespectful thing that I never understood about the Canelo man fans, because some of y'all are like yellow. So maybe that's why I don't understand it, because y'all cowardly. I don't know. But why is Canelo given praise for not doing what's right for boxing several times and time again? Like, I really don't understand that. You had Andrade versus Benavidez, Andrade, whatever. And this was two boogeymen who had previously been avoided throughout their careers in different spots, but still avoided. And those fighters fought each other. Benavidez came out on top. So it's not often that you always see that, where two guys that have been heavily avoided fight each other. And then Canelo specifically, at some point in his career, should have fought both of those guys already. You see what I'm saying? So Benavidez really did you a favor. And I know some of you go, oh, what do you mean? You go, how did Benavidez do Canelo a favor? Please tell me. I want to know. This is how Benavidez did you a favor. He dusted off Andrade, a guy that's been on your back for hella long. Now Andrade got to reset. So Benavidez really did you a favor by having a tournament style fight and kind of knocking Andrade's career back by making him take that type of loss. He's going to have to take some time off. He's 35 years old. You know what I'm saying? That was kind of his big step up fight. So that's a setback. That does set him back. I like Andrade, but the way it played out, it sets him back. At age 35, you had your first like real meaningful fight that people in recent times were hyped for. You did great while you could, but then ultimately Benavidez was too much. So Benavidez, he did Canelo a favor by knocking somebody else that Canelo avoided off the list. And here's the thing. The Canelo fans are so pathetic, many of them. Listen up. The Canelo man fans are so pathetic, piss poor excuses for boxing fans, that they've been talking so crazy about Benavidez, and now some of them are turncoats, Benedict Arnolds, and now they like some of them. Hold on. Some of them now are trying to claim Benavidez. No. Listen, I'm telling you, I'm exposing the game right here. You had a group of Canelo diehard radical fans. Every time Benavidez fought, they were hoping he lost because they were more loyal to Canelo, right? So they were siding with him. I remember when Benavidez fought Lemieux, it was all in my comment section. People with Canelo pictures as their avatar, and people who were leaving pro Canelo comments, they were like, I hope David Lemieux knocks Benavidez out. This is how fake a lot of Canelo's fans are. They were hoping that Lemieux knocked out Benavidez just because he had power. They were hoping that. Because in their pea brains, this was an opportunity to have somebody, if anybody beat Benavidez on the way up, they would have excuses and they would feel justified in Canelo having avoided Benavidez for some time now. Listen to what I'm saying. I'm going to have to keep running it back because I know some of you guys don't get it. I'm speaking very clearly, but I'll slow it down. The reason why many of the Canelo man fans wanted Benavidez to lose to Lemieux, that was just a Hail Mary. They knew he had power and they were hoping that Benavidez's chin couldn't take it. He chopped them up easy. They were hoping that Benavidez struggled to make weight like he has in the past, or that he failed. He's been on the up and up. He got Mimo and he got a different new group with him and different training routine. So that didn't set him back. This is the mind of a true hater. When you're hating on somebody every step of the way and every circumstance, hoping that they fail. I get it too. Benavidez got it in this way. I get it all the time, right? Where every video, every fight prediction, they hoping that it's not successful. When I do a watch party, they hoping that people don't show up and that I don't have great numbers at the end of it and, donations and stuff. They were hoping that Benavidez got knocked off by Lemieux. Then it was Caleb Plant. And the Caleb Plant hate for Benavidez was even stronger because that was a mutual opponent that Canelo had already knocked out. So they felt if Benavidez lost to Canelo, not only will that get Benavidez off of Canelo's back, but it would be doubly sweet. It would be two-sided because Caleb Plant lost his first pro fight to Canelo. So that would almost boost up his resume if Caleb Plant beat Anthony Durrell and then beat Benavidez, right? That would make Canelo look good. Like, oh, see, Benavidez lost to Caleb Plant and Canelo beat him. Plus, it would knock Benavidez off of the rankings, or at least he wouldn't be as high. Guess what? Benavidez proved those haters wrong too. Beat Caleb Plant soundly. That was just in March. There were really no controversies. Like, that's what you got to give Benavidez props for. He's conclusively beating people. I have yet to watch. The only, I guess you could say Ron Gavril, but that was some time ago. Outside of the Ron Gavril fight, maybe, and see how fair I am? Outside of that fight, he's conclusively destroying the people. Your eyes are watching it. There's no controversy. I can't say the same for Canelo. Canelo has had several fights where the scorecards were janky. I saw Canelo get beat up for 12 rounds versus Floyd. CJ Ross said it was a draw. That's fake. I seen Edeslandi Lara beat Canelo. They had like 117, 110 scorecards for Canelo. That as well is fake. I seen Triple G in the first fight beat Canelo. They said it was a draw. Even the Bivol scorecards weren't good. So you see, Canelo has had all this help in his career. Benavidez doesn't need help. You want to know what Benavidez's help is? These. And he's conclusively beating his opponents either into submission or TKO or whatever. You know, he's conclusively beating his people. And you got to respect that. Like, I haven't seen, like I said, outside of Ron Gavril maybe, I haven't really seen no Benavidez fight where I'm like, nah, the other guy really won. How can you say Andrade won when he quit? How? Like, it doesn't even make sense. There's no one, black, white, Chinese, I ain't seen no one make no excuse and say that Andrade was robbed or is premature. His team was the one that made pull the plug. So he's definitely winning. He's definitely winning and winning impressively. And like, for me, I'm just being honest. When I watch a Benavidez fight, and I've always said this, yeah, I've been saying it for a while, but I'll say it again. When I watch Benavidez fight on a pay-per-view, like more recently on pay-per-view, I feel fulfilled. And the reason why this is important to me as a boxing head and person in the media and content creator is because this is my sport. I want boxing to win and thrive and all this, blah, blah, blah. So I don't like when after the fight, like Shakur Stevenson fight, everybody just felt salty and like, hey, that was boring, or I wasted my time and that wasn't a great Thursday night of boxing. Do you see what I'm saying? But when boxing gets it right and it's a scintillating card, everybody just seems so happy. That's what I love. That's truly what I love. When boxing gets it right, you can't duplicate that, bro. Everybody, it's a joyous occasion. People in the parking lot shadow boxing. Girls is happy. They got to see some work. Men are happy. The comments, the viral clips, like that's boxing at its best. And I think Benavidez Andrade was that. Andrade gave it a real tough go. I like what he was doing. He just couldn't sustain it. But, in the round the first 2-3 rounds, it was a good fight. Even when he was hurt, he was showing a lot of heart. You know what I mean? There was 2 uppercuts he hit Benavidez with, and then he hooked him. And I was like, damn, okay, Andrade's trying. But he didn't have enough steam on his shots, or, being a smaller man, I don't know. Benavidez was just eating him, so he couldn't get the man respect enough. But I really enjoyed that card. Subriel Matias fight was, Ergashev came out with some heat. I was like, okay. I was like, all right, this is going to be a good one. And then Subriel broke him down. Vito Milnicki looked very sharp with Ronnie Shields. Shout out to them. Shout out to Ronnie Shields. Underrated. Underappreciated. I can't say underrated, but underappreciated. Y'all need to give Ronnie Shields his. And Ronnie Shields is an amazing trainer. He worked with the greats like Tyson, Holyfield. Vito looked well, very sharp, first round knockout. And then I thought Jamal Charlo looked very good given the circumstance, coming off 2-3 year layoff. So shout out to Ronnie Shields. That's when boxing wins. These like cards like that, where everyone just happy and enjoyed the fights. And I hate to keep saying Shakur. I mean, I don't hate it. It's just what it is. That Shakur fight, the card was not good to me, and neither was the main event. Like, there really wasn't. I know Shakur probably got a better effort, but it just what I watched that night wasn't it. He said he hurt David in round 4 near the end. I don't remember that. I mean, I only watched it live, but David got a good poker face then. If he was hurt, I don't remember him being hurt though. I mean, I'm not saying he enjoyed the punches, but Shakur is as exciting as watching paint dry. Oh, that's rough. So yeah, man, we had a great card with Showtime's last pay-per-view. Shout out to them. Yeah, I just feel like the walls are closing in on Canelo, bro. He's had his time. He's been on top for a great while, but people get it. We see it when you're not fighting the fights that people need you to fight that uplift boxing. It's kind of hard to support that. You know what I mean? And I know some people hate on Tank. Shout out to Tank. I ain't hating on Gervonta, the man of king. But here's the thing. Tell me if I'm lying. Gervonta Davis, when he has a fight card, the card is actually good. His support is actually good. And then his fight is actually good. And it's fun for the eyes to watch. Because I know people are like, oh, Gervonta, you got to step it up. Man, forget all that. Gervonta doing perfectly fine. He took a fighter's O in his last fight, Ryan Garcia. Bigger than him, supposed to be stronger, supposed to be faster. It is what it is, right? But the point I'm making is when you watch a Gervonta fight, you truly feel like this was a great night of boxing. Isaac Cruz, even though he had the messed up hand, I had no problem with the fight. I understood it. The early rounds were exciting. As soon as he picked up that hand injury, he had to resort to more so boxing and just being on his ish. I have no problem with that. But when I watched Shakur's fight and he claims his hand was messed up and one hand banded, the fight was terrible. Terrible on both of their parts. Edwin De Los Santos couldn't catch him and Shakur wouldn't let him and wouldn't engage and make him pay when he was making mistakes. Not entertaining at all. That fight. That's what I'm saying. So it's like certain people, I truly feel like certain people are showing Canelo up in a major way. Gervonta Davis. If you look at, if we're going card for card, tell me what Canelo fight was better than any of Gervonta Davis's recent fights. I'm talking about fun to watch, watching how the punches land, watching the defense, the sharpness, the accuracy. Name a Canelo fight. Because Canelo versus Jermell was terrible to me. I didn't have high expectations, but that was probably even worse than I expected, to be honest. You cannot talk as much as Shakur, so much ish as Shakur does, and then put up stinkers. I mean, that's fair. I think that is very fair because Shakur talk about like, I'm going to destroy Edwin De Los Santos and make you say my name right. But you didn't. That's not how you perform, though. Only to revert to like kind of some excuses of why you perform. Ultimately, people don't care. That's one thing that I learned a long time ago. I had an acting coach, and he said that. He's been in movies like Pursuit of Happiness and Fight Club, and that's one of the things that he said, that George said. He was like, if you go to an audition, just kill it. If you sick, your voice hurts, and you're nervous, don't tell them. No one cares. And I always remember that. Big Jers, what's up? Shout out to a sing for the $2, but I'm not answering that, bro. I'm a veteran in this sport of boxing. I'm like a legend, bro. I'm not answering. Does Subriel Matias beat Boots at 147? Ego. I'm not answering that, bro, because like I don't live. I'm a true alpha, bro. I don't live in like fantasy, fake, like folklore worlds. That's not even a fight. No one's talking about that. Don't see the fight happening. They're in two different divisions. Why on earth would I answer that for $2? Next. I tell you, this ain't the channel for some of y'all. If y'all got these weird like fantasy, that's not my game. That's not what I do. That's not what I specialize in. Like you just came out of nowhere talking about Boots and a 140-pounder. Like I have not only am I not answering it, I don't even care about questions like that. Like, why should I care about a fantasy fight that you just made up that's not going to happen? I keep telling y'all, and then people say, oh, Ego, you're rude, you're rigid, you're blunt. I can only be me, same OG. I don't waste my time, bro. My time, life is short. Like, time is finite. We don't have an infinite amount of time. So I don't really stress off like stuff like that. Tell me real fights, like a fight you actually think, like I'm telling y'all so y'all can save y'all money. Don't cash app me. Don't, if your question is about like some fantasy dialogue that no one's talking about, just save your money. Because you're always going to get the same response from me. And I'm not going to be able to appease you in that way. Well, damn, bro, it's a question and it's an answer. Just like you're free to ask a question of your choice, I'm free to answer it. That's how super chats work. You sent me a question and I explained why I'm not going into great detail or even thinking about it. That ain't no answer. Yeah, how is it not an answer? Or you got a response. You know, oh, so you think for $2 you gonna force me to answer something that I don't care about? Man, y'all stop. Yeah, this ain't what you want, bro. Don't do that. So y'all think y'all can force me to do anything? Y'all think y'all like, bro? Do y'all honestly? Is that what y'all think? That's how I've ever presented myself. That somebody could just pay, like, bro, I'm not for sale. Ain't nobody finna force me to talk about something and slide some money. Like, bro, I told you exactly why I responded how I did. It's that simple. Ego, Canelo Kirkland was up there with Tank's fights. Y'all can't be serious right now. Ain't no way y'all serious right now. Am I being trolled? Are they bringing Punk back to MTV? This man said Canelo versus Kirkland. I know you did not just discuss a Canelo fight from when he was at 154 pounds and a fight that took place the same year that Floyd Mayweather fought Manny Pacquiao. In fact, my memory is so great because I'm the best that's ever lived in this digital age of boxing coverage. That fight happened a week after in Texas, where the Astros play. It happened a week after Mayweather versus Pacquiao. I know you're not telling me about no Canelo. So I'm talking about current Tank. Recently, you decide to pull up a fight almost 10 years because we're entering 2024. I just told you off the top of my head that fight happened in September of 2015 or May. It might have been May. Whenever Mayweather fought Pacquiao. Probably May, now that I think about it. Y'all can't be serious, bro. So let me get this straight. I ask a question. Oh, now you want to play games. Now you want to play games. Okay. I'll play with you, man. So he says you didn't specify recently. So let's say you applied for a job at Apple, at the Apple store. And then they say, have you ever worked before? Have you ever had a job? And you're like, yes, I have. And then they're like, all right, great. So you've worked before. Tell us about that job. Man, when I was in the Boy Scouts in middle school, I was in charge of selling the popcorn, the kettle corn. You are trying to get a salary position at Apple. They asked if you worked before. They didn't specify, but they're probably looking for your most recent employment, not some you did in middle school. Come on, bro. So if you went to a job, you would start telling them about all these old jobs that you had when you were 13. I used to mow lawns. Like, bro, they trying to get some recent data on you. Was you in prison? Where's the rest of the employment history? He gonna bring up a Canelo fight from 2015. And here's the other thing. Gervonta, no matter what threat level the person is to him, Barrios just beat Ugas. He beat Barrios, who's way big, like 6 feet tall, damn near, in his first fight at 140, right? So no matter who Tank's fighting, the fight is exciting. Depending on who Canelo fights determines the excitement level. So you have to step it down to a James Kirkland level, a guy who lacks all defense and didn't have Ann Wolfe, the woman who's a beast that could have motivated him for the Canelo fight. Yeah, and then Canelo had an exciting fight in 2015. Good job. That's sad. Y'all got to bring up fights from 2015. Y'all got to get the likes up. Oh my gosh, that's my man, Big Jers. Shout out to Big Jers. Boxing is a what have you done for me lately type of sport. Shout out to Janet Jackson and Big Jers. What have you done for me lately? Absolutely. Ain't nobody worried about no fight that you had. Like when I talk about, let's say, Floyd Mayweather, I don't just imagine me having to, but when he beat Gennaro Hernandez and Angel Manfredi, like that's not the only fights where he looked well, like where he got off. You can look at the fights later in his career and it was the same thing. I swear the yellow Canelo man fans, your attempts, your futile and feeble attempts to make Canelo look good, make him look worse. I promise you that. Like when you're trying to defend, like boxing has gotten to a space right now where it's so soft because of the fans. It's so soft that I've never seen it before. I've never seen boxing this soft where you have fans who are desperately trying to prevent fights. They're not encouraging them. They're saying, hey, me as a consumer, I am in love with this fighter so much that I must protect him. Like they're Canelo's parents or whatever fighter. That's sad. That is truly a sad thing where you got fans who are so like deviant and don't care about boxing. They don't care about good fights and competition. They care about preservation. They're like, man, not my boo Canelo. My boo. I said it's always that one person. My boo. They like Usher and Alicia Keys. They saying, not my boo. Not my baby Canelo. That is insane to me, bro. I've seen it all. I've heard it all. Benavidez, big breakout performance, great name, great performance, great fight. Both guys salute, great card. Benavidez did his thing, emerges. Canelo fans like, oh, he should fight Munguia. What? Where Munguia come from? Where Munguia been? Where he even at? Like, bro, that is certainly some level of like brain damage. If you, unless you're part of like Munguia's team or something like that, if you truly are saying the bigger fight or the fight that needs to happen next is Canelo Munguia over Canelo Benavidez, I seriously think you should go get checked and be seen by somebody. Because that's insane, bro. That doesn't even make sense. Now, I'm not mad if you like Canelo Munguia as a fight in general. Like if you just said, oh, that's a good fight and you wanted to see it. But you can't have two things, two different plates. And then this plate is filet mignon with the loaded baked potato and then the steamed veggies. And this is a plate of It's just like somebody copped a squat on a plate and then you say, man, give me that plate of I'd rather eat that than eat this filet mignon with the veggies. Even if you didn't eat meat, who on earth is going to take a plate of poop? A plate of poop over, because you at least can get some asparagus, a side salad, loaded baked potatoes, even if you didn't eat the steak. And I would rather have that than a plate of poop. But you got boxing fans who are so desperate, they say, pass the plate of poop. I want me a plate of poop. This is unbelievable stuff. That Canelo done got you so hypnotized, you want to eat a plate of poop. You want a plate of poop. You want Canelo on a platter so you can eat a plate of poop. And this is how I know the Canelo fans want to eat a plate of poop. Because let Canelo post this weak flyer of Canelo versus Eardrum or whatever dude name was. Pilgrims, Thanksgiving Pilgrim or whatever. They be all in the comment section with heart eyes. How you got heart eyes for Canelo versus average Pilgrim, the Eardrum or whatever, and he was on a 2-year layoff and a loss, but you don't got heart eyes for Canelo versus Benavidez. You soft. I ain't gonna say it no more. You soft. And I just said it again because I like to break the rules. You soft. If you would rather see Yildirim and put clapping emojis and heart eye emojis when he posts these weak fights on his page, like Rocky Fielding and all this other stuff, yeah, they got the heart eyes like you fell in love with Canelo Rocky Fielding. You don't even know who the man is. I didn't even know who he was, and I know more than you. So I know you didn't know who he was. Bro, I know more boxing than you, and I didn't even barely know who Rocky Fielding was. So I know for dang sure you didn't know who he was. Bro, he got a rainbow belt. Bro, it's over. He got a rainbow belt. He fighting Dwayne Wade's son with for the rainbow belt. Man, get him out of here, bro. Bro, that's why Canelo picked him. He had a rainbow Elton John belt from the UK. He fighting Dwayne Wade's son, Zendaya, or whatever cuz name is. What is Wade's son name? It start with a Z, Zebra, Zendaya, whatever his name is. That's the belt. He putting that belt online versus Wade's son. Somebody tell me Wade's son name so I can move on. His name is Zawayne? All right, well, Rocky Fielding fighting Zawayne for the Rainbow Fruity Pebbles belt or whatever this is. Hey, UK, that is the ugliest belt. Y'all gotta stop. Bro, shout out to the UK, but y'all mates gotta stop. They gonna put a rainbow belt. What is this even? What does that mean? What is that? That is the ugliest belt in all of boxing. Chichi Rodriguez, what? Bro, the UK done came out with the Joanna Man belt. Man, where they get this? Bro, look, he fighting Aaron Rodgers. Hold on. Bro, Canelo man fans ain't had no problem with him fighting Aaron Rodgers. Hold on, let me pull it. Roll the clip. Hold on, let me pull it. Y'all crazy. Look, he fight Aaron Rodgers. Try to tell y'all. Look, so Canelo could fight Aaron Rodgers when he was with the Green Bay Packers. Y'all ain't gonna say nothing. I'm the only one that say something when he fight Aaron Rodgers. Look. I'm the only one that mentioned it. And y'all like put the heart eyes for the Aaron Rodgers fight on DAZN. But then say, oh, I don't want to see Canelo versus Benavidez because I'm a peculiar individual. Man, y'all crazy and corny. I ain't laughed this hard in years, bro. I can't. Yeah, because Canelo, you laughing because Canelo fighting Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, that's why. Bro, Canelo trying to take out the whole UK. Yeah, I should leave this year for Canelo. Yeah, Canelo, go ahead and get that. That's how I know the Canelo man fans are the fakest in boxing, or one of them. You literally have no problem when he fights Aaron Rodgers and Eardrum and all this stuff. Benavidez looking like a monster. First of all, listen, Canelo always say stuff like this. Viva Mexico, cabrones! Like, right, he's saying Viva Mexico, right? He's a prideful, warm-blooded Mexican fighter from Guadalajara, Mexico. How are you comfortable with a half Mexican, half Ecuadorian David Benavidez calling himself, or not even calling, because he is calling himself, but being anointed by Mike Tyson, the Mexican monster, and you don't want it? Like, where has boxing gotten to where you want that? You don't want him. You don't want his scalp. You see what I'm saying? Like, bro, you're from Mexico, but they're calling this kid the Mexican monster, and he half Mexican from America, and everybody just rocking with it. You don't want to take that from him? Like, I'll show you who the real Mexican. Like, bro, Canelo would be looked at as the real Mexican monster if he beat Benavidez. Just like how, like, shout out to Crawford. Terrence Crawford. Errol Spence's whole moniker was the big fish, and you see Crawford beat him so supremely. He ran with the whole, I'm the fish catcher and the fish fry, and it worked for him because you the baddest. You beat him. Like, what can anyone say? Do you see what I'm saying? Like, if Errol said he was the big fish and then you caught the big fish, then you like, I'm the fish man or the fish catcher or, the fish fry because you got the last laugh. Canelo could do just that, but he won't because he won't fight Benavidez. You show us you the Mexican monster over Benavidez. You won't do it. I guarantee you. I would be shocked if Canelo fought. Not 2 fights from now. I'm talking about next fight Benavidez in May. I would be shocked. I would probably put up large chunks of money. I know what I know. And then Canelo, he says stuff like, he don't care what people think. Man, that's bull. Everybody care to a degree. Like, if who wants everybody, the maddening crowd, to be against him? Like, come on, bro. You trying to act like you don't care, but you would care. Like, So you rather have people hating your fights and saying you scared of Benavidez? Like, no, ain't nobody prefer that. Some people can deal with it better, but you don't prefer that. You would rather everybody be chanting Canelo, Canelo, not saying you scared of Benavidez. Stop it. I mean, come on. Come on now. Like, okay, if you were like in high school and you're walking down the hallways and they're like, ugly, you're an ugly, and everyone's just saying you ugly, you telling me you wouldn't rather be walking down the same hallways and everyone admiring you for your beauty and saying, oh, you're so beautiful, oh, you're so cute, you're so handsome, whatever, right? Come on, bro. We know what that is. That's a front. Ain't nobody in the world would rather have the crowd like against him. Again, you got people like myself and David Goggins where we can embrace the hate and embrace people who don't, like us or get down. Stay hard. You know what I mean? But you're not going to say you prefer that. Like, if I could just do videos and everyone was like, oh, Ego, you're amazing. I mean, who's going to say, no, I don't want that. I want everyone mad at the videos and the Canelo Chupapi Muñeños. My thing is this, I'll take it either way. I don't care because that's life and I'm with it. I'm with it. So, yeah, whatever life give me, I'm with it. Let's go. But, yeah, Canelo talking about he don't care. I'm like, all right. So people, and see, this is the other thing. Benavidez, nobody took his belt. Nobody. So he lost his belt on some fluke-ish. So really, this is how sneaky Canelo and his fans are, and the WBC, for real, because Canelo fought Caleb Smith for a vacant belt. That's what no one talks about but me, because I know everything. Canelo fought Caleb Smith for the vacant WBC belt. But if the WBC didn't stand for We Back Canelo, what should have happened is Caleb Smith was the diamond champion and then David Benavidez was highly ranked. You should have put those two in there, Caleb Smith versus Benavidez, and then the winner got Canelo. But the WBC threw Canelo a bone and just let him fight because he's the franchise champion from the previous division. So they just magically made him fight for the belt because they made up the rule as they went along with Caleb Smith and said he was the diamond champion, and then they put the belt up. So really, people talk about Canelo being undisputed. He didn't earn that for real. He didn't earn it. Like Devin Haney earned the lightweight title by beating the guy in Australia, Kambosos, who had the title. So he put that to bed. Shakur Stevenson is a champion, yes, but he didn't earn it in the same way because he nor Edwin De Los Santos had the WBC belt when they entered the fight. That's always going to matter, and that's what people misconstrue. When you beat a champion, it's going to be like, of course it happens. Like Jaron Ennis, because he couldn't get Crawford, so he just got elevated. I'm not mad at it. But what I'm saying is it's not going to hit the same as if Jaron Ennis knocked out Crawford or beat Crawford and took his. It's always going to hit different when you beat a champion. Kamal says Canelo gets annoyed at David's name. He cares. That's a good point. Yeah, he mad every time his name is mentioned. Listen, I'm a close with this. Oh, hold on. Y'all maybe hit the wrong button. Can y'all hear me? My bad, y'all. I hit the wrong button. Man, what the? Hold on. I keep hitting the wrong button. I'm tripping. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, Canelo got me so mad, he got me hitting the wrong buttons. Let's go. All right. So here's my closing thoughts with Canelo. Canelo's been fighting all his life. So I'm not going to say he's afraid. Listen, this is my honest opinion. I'm not going to say he's afraid of fighting because he's been doing that his whole life. So you got to give the man credit for that. He's been fighting as a pro since age 15. So do I think he's physically trembling because he's about to get a fight with Benavidez or like the thought of a Benavidez fight? No. I'll give him the benefit of doubt and say he's not actually afraid of fighting a man. However, what I do think the issue is this, and you guys got to pay attention. I don't think Canelo is afraid to fight, like where he's like, oh, deathly afraid. I believe Canelo is afraid to pass the torch in the event that he loses. Let me explain. He's a fighter. He's been fighting all his life. So I think he would actually fight someone and maybe even be confident. But I think what Canelo what is holding this fight back is Canelo is selfish and really kind of a diva. So I don't think Canelo Alvarez likes the thought that if I give this opportunity, if I give this shot to this half Mexican, half Ecuadorian, David Benavidez, and if he were to beat me, he takes off of my back. He's on another dimension. Canelo would first of all, I think he knows boxing enough to know when the risk factor is moderate to serious. Beating Rocky Fielding, I think he's comfortable with that style. So he don't fear that he's going to really lose to a Rocky Fielding, right? He don't fear that. But even if he did, he would rather give a white boy from the UK, a Caucasian British fighter, that opportunity to beat him. Just like even Bivol. He'd rather give a Russian fighter that don't really I think he speaks a little English, but my thing is this. You see how Bivol beat him and Bivol didn't blow up. He fighting on the Wilder Joshua undercard and ain't fought really too much since. I mean, he fought Zurdo, but he not really fighting like that. You see what I'm saying? So he's okay. He's more okay with like a foreign fighter getting the look, potentially getting the chance to beat him. They're not gonna let's say John Ryder beat him. John Ryder is not gonna become like this big sensation in boxing. Does that make sense? His age, he's from the UK. He's not gonna just blow up, even if he beat Canelo, which he didn't. So I think Canelo likes his odds with stuff like that. Versus you got a superstar kind of in the making with Benavidez. He's talking to party like the Benavidez brothers. They talk trash. I like it. They be like, oh, man, Jamal Charlo, you a little beat. You know what I'm saying? They talk and they talk. Benavidez is like, all right, we'll see. I'm going to F you up. I'm going to knock you out. They talk trash. You know, they got like model wifeys and, different hairstyles that they trying out. And you know what I'm saying? Clean cut, little looks, and they're getting their money up. One's been in the Creed movie. Their money is getting better. So their suits is getting sharper. Benavidez is right on the cusp of that. And then the way he looked versus Andrade, the Canelo fight would just set him over. He would boil over. The pot would boil over. That's what I think Canelo fears. Canelo fears, and I think a lot of fighters, they're not going to tell you this, but I know a lot of fighters. Fighters, I think a lot of them fear not being lit. Like, Imagine it's like being a child actor. Imagine in the 90s, you're the most popping child actor. But as you grow up, you don't look the same. You don't look like that same cute little kid that everyone loved, like the Jerry Maguire kid. Everybody thought that kid was cute and all that. Or 6 Sense. Let's say you grow up, put on some pounds. You don't look like a kid no more. You don't look like the same cute kid from Home Alone or Home Improvement or one of them shows. So you don't get casted as much. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe you did like sitcoms and you don't have the depth to be like a deeper actor and get the more like credible roles and stuff. You know what I mean? Like if you were on like a TV sitcom or something, maybe you don't have the acting chops. So as you grow past like that child teen stage, them calls start getting fewer and fewer. And I've seen it. Like some of them child actors, they go into downward spirals and harm themselves or do drugs and drink, and because they're used to being running through Hollywood and everyone loves them and #1 movies. You was in the Goonies, you in the Sandlot or whatever. That's what I think a lot of these fighters fear. They fear not being lit and almost like forgotten if they're blemished by the right person. Like if you take a loss like to the point where it makes someone into a superstar, that's going to be harder to come back from. So that's what I think the issue is with Canelo. We talked about Subriel. He's a beast. I'm digging it. He got my support. He a monster. I like Subriel. I hope he get more exposure. He need to start getting up to the co-main and then trying to work him up to a main event. Let's go. So I think that's the issue with Canelo. Canelo don't want to be forgotten, and then like he don't want to balloon up David Benavidez. Because I'm telling you, if Benavidez whoop Canelo, he's like that's gonna be a next level start, because Canelo is still popular and Benavidez's popularity is growing. So I think that fight could do over 1 million pay-per-view. So if Canelo loses, it will be so important at this stage of his career. He don't want to take that chance. When you're winning, everything's better. Like I'm not trying to be rude, but like look at like Broner. Broner, when he was like chopping dudes up, Antonio DeMarco, you don't think he was like feeling those days more than like more recently where the performances aren't the same? You took some loss. You know what I'm saying? Like the wave is different. The wave is different. Anyway, I'm out. I'll holler at y'all tomorrow. Appreciate y'all for stopping by. Best in the business. I got more content coming soon. Deuce.